So, are you in high school and you're wondering how to find scholarships for college? Don't worry, I got you. What's up? I'm Erica Roche, and welcome to iAMERICA. This is where we travel through my quarter-life crisis. Hey, what can I say? Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below, and make sure you comment and let me know a little bit about yourself and what you can look for and what I can help you with, because that's what I'm here for. So we're going to talk about how to find scholarships when you are an incoming freshman. So that means you're a senior in high school, about to graduate, and you need some money to go to school because school is expensive. Let's go on and get right into it. My first tip is to start applying for colleges as soon as possible. So as soon as you realize, hey, I think I want to go to college, start applying. So once you're about in your senior year, so maybe that early August, but even if you know that summer before or whatever that you want to go to college once you graduate high school, start applying. Whenever applications open for your enrollment season, apply, because it takes a while for them to get decisions back to you. So even though you apply in August, you might not hear back until December, but the earlier you apply, the earlier you'll be able to start applying for scholarships that need you to be accepted into a four-year university. So you've applied to colleges early, and your next thing you want to do is start looking for grants that are offered. So there's federal grants, there's state grants, and grants are free. So when you apply for a grant, someone gives you money and you don't have to pay it back. And it's awesome. So make sure you look for what grants you're eligible for. Some are based on like financial need and different types of merits. So make sure you're looking up different grants. Now, when it comes to grants, another important step is to apply for your FAFSA, and you want to apply for FAFSA early. So FAFSA is what's necessary for you to receive any form of financial aid. Most schools require you to fill out your FAFSA every year. So what you want to do is fill out your FAFSA as soon as possible. As soon as you have an idea of where you want to go, start filling out that FAFSA so you can know how much the government is going to give you anyway, because that'll let you know what grants you're eligible for that are federal, but also some scholarships require you to already have a FAFSA filled out to show your financial need, or your EFC, which is your estimated family contribution. So you want to make sure that you apply for FAFSA early, and you'll need your parents' help. So it also gives your parents some time to get their stuff together to be able to help you fill out your FAFSA. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of where to actually look for these scholarships. First, you want to start on a smaller scale. You want to look locally. Look locally for these scholarships. So try local businesses. So especially local small businesses, they might have scholarships, and all you have to do is call up there or go up there and ask. Also, check out your Chamber of Commerce. Your Chamber of Commerce is a place where most of your local businesses and things are a member of, and they might know the different scholarships that businesses in your community offer. So call up there, and they also might offer one of their own. So call up there and say, hey, I'm looking for some scholarships. Do y'all have any scholarships for students? Or are you aware of any scholarships in the community? And typically they might have a list of a couple that you can apply for, and they're usually easier to apply for. The next step of looking locally is check out different Greek organizations that are in your community. So some Greek organizations have alumni chapters and things that are for members that have already graduated from college. And they have local chapters that work in different communities. So for an example, Atlanta is a part of Fulton County. So there might be a Fulton County chapter of X, Y, and Z organization, Greek letter organization. So I know a lot of historically Black organizations. So like the Divine Nine, they have different chapters. So they might have a X, Y, and Z chapter of Metro Atlanta or whatever, and they offer scholarships. Typically, all of them offer different scholarship opportunities. So you want to check those out and make sure that you're not missing out on any of those, and apply for all of them. Just because it's a fraternity doesn't mean that because you're a girl you can't apply, and just because it's a sorority doesn't mean because you're a boy you can't apply. So make sure you apply for everything. Now, unless they say we are only looking for females, and if you don't identify as a female, then yeah, don't apply, because you don't want to waste your time. But if it doesn't say anything gender specific, look at all the sororities that have chapters, alumni chapters in your area. Look for all the fraternities that have alumni chapters in your area. All right, cool. Free money. Next, look for civic and volunteer groups. So I know that like the Key Club and things like that, they always offer scholarships. And sometimes they don't even ask that you're a member or a volunteer. And sometimes they do, but that's something that you can join and do. It's something you can do fun on the weekends, but also you're getting some free money to go to school. Also, check out your local churches. Some churches do offer scholarships, or some churches are partnered with different businesses and organizations that offer scholarships, so they can lead you in the right direction. And if you're a member of the church, that's even better, because now they know you and they want to help you. So this next tip is for all of my athletes. So you may not have got that full ride offer for playing football or whatever, and that is okay. It doesn't happen to all of us. We wish, but it doesn't. However, if your school has walk-on tryouts and you're really good at a sport, or you just want to play, try out. And if you're good enough, you might end up getting a scholarship. So you might end up getting a partial or a full ride. It happens all the time, especially at smaller schools, because they don't have all the funding or all what's needed to send out all these different recruiters all over the world. And then they see you at a walk-on try and they're like, oh, they're really good. I want to keep them on the team. I want to offer them a scholarship. And if you tell them that you have some financial needs or whatever, they might be able to work something out for you. So don't be afraid to just try out, audition, whatever they need you to do. If your parents or yourself were in the military, get military funding. There is so much support, and it's so crazy that so many students leave that support on the table. There's things like the GI Bill, and also a lot of schools, a lot of colleges offer like a center for veterans or military assistance office or something like that, where you can literally go and talk to people and see what options do you have for you. So you just tell them like, hey, my parents served during this time, and can you look this up? This is their name. They have just different things to like look different things up to see what options you may have. So do not leave any military funding on the table, because that's literally free money and it keeps you from taking out loans. So the next tip is what you hear all the time, but we always fail to do it. Talk to your guidance counselor. Talk to your person in your college and career center. Ask them questions. See what they know. Pick their brain. Ask them what scholarships are coming through. Ask them what scholarships have people got in the past. Because if somebody from your school has won this scholarship before, then 9 times out of 10, you can win it as well. Talk to your guidance counselors and become best friends with them. Because if they get a cool scholarship or a once-in-a-lifetime scholarship that comes through their office and they have any choosing of it, or they can recommend somebody, 9 times out of 10, they're going to recommend you. So be BFF. So be like, hey, Miss So-and-so. Hey, Mr. What's up? Like, da-da-da-da. I need help with paying for school. You have any tips and advice? Oh, okay, cool. Want to eat lunch and tell me about it? Like, become their BFF so that they can help you out and they can put in a good word for you. So you're onto your research portion and you want to get online. Check different online websites for different scholarships. So they have scholarship search engines. So like FastWebs is a good website where you can just see all the different scholarships in the world, and you can put different filters that you apply to. So like different minority things and things like that, different majors. And that'll be able to help you narrow down your search, but apply for all that you can. And if you're starting in August, by the time it comes August again for you to actually start college, so in a year, you should land some money. Now, with that, don't be afraid to apply to these small scholarships. So if the scholarship's only for like $250, $500, $1,000, don't be like, oh, that's no money. That's really nothing. Like, I'm not going to apply to that. Or I'm only applying to things that are $2,500 and more. No, apply to everything. It's really hard to get big number scholarships, so like $50,000 scholarships or things like that, because so many people apply for them, because so many people want $50,000. But if you apply for the $250 scholarships, $500, not a lot of people apply for those. So your chance of getting them is definitely higher. So if you get 5 $200 scholarships, then you're not doing too bad. And that's good money. That can go towards your room and board. That can go to books and things. So just try it out. Apply for all the small scholarships that you can. And typically, the lower the number that they're offering you, the less you have to do. So they might not want like a 700,000 word essay. They might only want like 100 words, or just for you to fill out the application. Simple as that. And then boom, you won $200. So definitely fill out all small scholarships. Another thing that people typically don't do is they don't think to ask their parents, to ask their boss, do their job have any scholarships? A lot of people's jobs offer scholarships. They're just not publicized. My dad is a truck driver, and his job offers scholarships. They're just not publicized. So it's like you're not going up against a lot of people. So again, it's another smaller scholarship, but it was for $1,000. Why not apply? What's the worst thing that they can tell you? No, and it doesn't take any money out your pocket. Simple enough. So definitely make sure that you're talking to your parents. And also, if you work a job, that you're asking your boss and you're talking to your parents to see if they'll ask their boss, do y'all have any scholarships? Okay. So a lot of people forget to do this, or they don't apply soon enough to be able to do this. They don't apply at the colleges that they are accepted to. So if you get accepted into Georgia State has a scholarship center. Go into that scholarship center and apply for all those scholarships. You are eligible because you're going to be a Georgia State student when they offer those scholarships. So you want to make sure that you're talking to those people in the scholarship centers at your accepted colleges. And you don't have to just pick one school. So if you got accepted into Georgia State, Georgia Tech, and UGA, apply for scholarships at all of them and pick what school you want to go to by what scholarships you end up getting, because you have more funding. So it's typically a free education. So don't forget to go to your accepted school and apply to all of their scholarships as well. They have a scholarship center typically on their campus, and they also have a scholarship website online that lists hundreds of scholarships that are just for their students that you should be eligible to apply for as well. So that's all I got on how to find a scholarship. Make sure you try all of these tips because they're so helpful and they'll put some money in your pocket, and they're things that people know about but they just don't do. Like, it's too much work. People don't want to go and call their local businesses to see if they offer scholarships. So if you're doing it and it takes only, an hour of a time to call 30 businesses to see if they offer anything, then boom, you never know how much money that could put in your pocket. So just try it. It doesn't hurt to try. And always remember, the worst thing someone can ever tell you when you're going through this process of applying for schools and applying for scholarships is no. So that's all I got for you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notifications so that you can get hit when I post more videos. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and let me know, have you started applying for scholarships, if you didn't know any of these tips, or if you have any extra tips that you want to share with us. But I'm Erica Roche, this is iAMERICA, and I'm saying bye!
Open up, you OPN, bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends.